Greetings and God bless. So this video is for New Agers. So if you have studied really hard, you're doing your meditation, your intentions, and listening to the latest channeling about the latest whatever is going on, and you've read Barbara Messiniak's Bringers of the Dawn or Cryon, or of course watch the movie The Secret, or listened or watched or attended Abraham Hicks's Esther Hicks's channeling. So you've probably heard about Ascension. And so I was a New Ager for like 27 years. And then I started noticing how many public figures, it was like 2017, 2018, like Michelle Obama's a man, and Tom Cruise and is the opposite. And this is just my observation. This is not the perspective of this platform. So there's just all that what's called trans investigation, which was in 2017, 2018, and there were these really dynamic videos and Facebook groups, and they were censored and removed by like 2018, if not sooner. But anyways, that started it. I'm like, oh, okay, these globalists and the actors are wearing the opposite body, and then I started noticing, and so that led me to in music. So rappers, mainstream rock musicians, old school rock musicians, and indie rock musicians, everything had a biblical reference, a biblical name, and it was just so amazing. It was just like, wow, it all came together. And then I noticed there was just this hatred, this incredible malice towards Jesus. Now, there's all sorts of religions, people, I've known people into Santeria, New Age, Native American. I've known people who were brought up Hindu and Jewish and Roman Catholic, and I've met some Pentecostalish kind of folks, and of course just regular Baptists, and I've met some Amish, and in the United States, everybody's like, yeah, there's this, that, and everything. But of course, as a rule, I mean, even ever since I was in college, Christians were like the scum of the earth. So Christians were blamed for everything. And so, of course, Christianity was the evil demon religion, really. And unfortunately, my experience with a lot of Christians confirmed that to be so. So anyways, though, I was like, wow, why is there like this really Bible literate hatred of Jesus in metal and just fun dance music that I would listen to? And why are album covers so creepy, and why are the titles? And of course, I looked into Pizzagate, and definitely that was some. I mean, that's undeniable, and I don't even want to just look up what was on Hillary Clinton's laptop. Something like 8 of the 10 people who looked at it firsthand are dead now. So anyways, I came to realize that we are in a supernatural paranormal realm, and that Satan is the ruler of Earth. And that's the fact, folks. Satan is the ruler of Earth right now, and it's in the Bible. I don't know why pastors don't really focus on equipping people Instead, we're like, you know, remember to pay, remember to tithe, and remember to volunteer. Folks need 24-hour prayer vigils everywhere, in my opinion. So, I wanted to address Ascension. So, Ascension is a big deal, or it was when I was in the New Age community, and I read Drumvalo Melchizedek's book and watched whatever videos were out, and Greg Braden and whatnot, and like the Flower of Life, the Secret of the Flower of Life, and I just thought everything was about meditation, and what's so amazing about the New Age and other religions is they are imitators, and they always refer to Christianity. And I'll do another video about like why Jesus is the original, because I just can't get into it in a 10-minute video, and give you a complete summary, at least not right at this moment. So Ascension. So Ascension was like first Jesus was the first begotten son, the only begotten son of Lord Jesus, of Almighty Father God. And Jesus was born of a human woman, lived a sinless life, and he sacrificed himself. He redeemed us. He paid for us from being ransomed by Satan. Why is humanity and earth ransomed by Satan? When Eve and Adam rejected God, they fell under the jurisdiction of Satan. So as a result, Satan took everything hostage, everything on earth hostage. Satan had dominion, and he has dominion over things on earth, and that's in the Bible. So I recommend looking up the King James version of the Bible online and looking up Satan's dominion. So when Jesus sacrificed himself, he redeemed us. He paid the ransom for us. And then Jesus resurrected. He came back to life. He defeated Satan and death. And he resurrected, and then he ascended to God. And that is what all of us New Agers are expecting. That's what we expected at the 2012. We expected that we would be ascending if we worked hard, if we meditated hard, and, we're, our energy was high, our vibration was high. That didn't happen, did it? And it hasn't happened every year since, did it? No matter how hard you meditated, no matter how many Abraham cruises or Cryon cruises or whatever you took, right? It didn't happen, huh? And the world is so much worse off in 2023 than probably when you started in the 90s or early 2000s, isn't it? It's absolutely disgusting. And I haven't watched any channeling for years, but I'm sure they're trying to rationalize this pedo agenda and cannibalism. Probably they'll probably be like, oh well, if you don't really look at it as cannibalism and pedophilia, it's not bad. Hopefully they're not that bad. But so what I'm trying to say is Jesus is what every religion is framed around, even like native or animism or just esoteric stuff. Jesus ascended, and how do I know? Because I know, because of my relationship with God. And a lot of people are like, well, that's not going to help me. No, it's not, right? It's not. And that's not what God intended. God did not intend my relationship with him to help you. Instead, what God did is he created you because he wants to have a relationship with you on your terms. But he's not a forceful God. He's not a deceptive God. Instead, he's a patient God. He's a God that follows boundaries. He's a God that respects your boundaries. So he's waiting for you to be like, hi, God, tell me about yourself. Hi, God, tell me about Jesus. Is Jesus real? So, you do have a responsibility. It's interesting because New Agers or whoever, people in Orthodox religions, they'll do so much work. But when some New Agers looking at the Christian God, they're like, well, God has to do all the work. I mean, that's the strange thing. Is like Christian or non-believers, anti-Christian people are like, well, God should overcome all of my resistance. And if that's what you want, if that's what you need, you can pray, say, hey, God, I need you to overcome all of my resistance because I've got a lot of resistance to you. But be sincere and be open. Like, you can't be promiscuous and watching porn and masturbating and doing drugs or drinking or being a workaholic. Um, and you can't be allowing portals into your life like dream catchers and, drinking monster drinks and, like having pentagrams on your clothes or in your space. So you need to make your space appropriate, because portals like pentagrams and dream catchers, those are demonic forces that are keeping you trapped. So you need, they're demonic forces that are fighting off the angels of God that are trying to reach you. So you have to clear out the way. And you can't be listening to satanic music, or otherwise compromised, toning. And I mean, I don't think all toning is compromised, but if you are listening to where some kind of chants or something like that, that might get in the way. So God knows your heart. Turn to God. Ask God, hey, tell me, are you real? Is Jesus real? Is there anything about Jesus that I need to know? Really try to listen. And I recommend looking into the King James Version of the Bible. There's audio books. There's on YouTube, you can listen to it word by word. And you really learn about God through reading the Bible, talking to other people. I would actually see if any of your friends are Christian, have a relationship with Jesus. Even before, when I was a hardcore New Ager, I'd meet people who I thought were hardcore New Agers, and they were like, "Yeah, I believe in Jesus." So I'm like, "Wow, that's really cool," And like I really respected their courage for saying so, because I thought it was a stupid thing, a bad thing, even. Um, so, anyways, Jesus was the only, he ascended, and actually, there were other people who ascended, like Enoch ascended. There was another one I think that ascended, and I think John, who wrote who transcribed Revelation, because Jesus told John what to write in Revelation, the last book of the Bible. And I believe he ascended, but he came back. So I don't think he believed that he was going to heaven. I think he knew he was just going up and then back. So, because I'm like, man, right? If you thought you were ascending to heaven and then you're like plopped back here, like, yeah, that would be excruciating. So, anyways, like this video if you found it helpful. Feel free to comment, ask questions, and I really, there's just so much to learn about the Bible, and it kind of drives me crazy because something will come up and I'm like, oh my gosh, when I was in the New Age, I thought that's meant this, and there's just so much deception that we have had. And yeah, Christians have been jerky people to me. Why? Because humans are jerky people. People have this, it's a justified expectation, but people expect Christians to be Jesus. And while, we should be, we can't. We're in a fallen world. We have a fallen body. We have a fallen everything, and we're around fallen people. It's just very difficult to be Jesus on earth right now. But that's what people expect. And they also don't expect people to take the mantle of Christianity, because it gives a certain privilege. Like, if you're a Christian, people think, oh, well, we can trust you. And so who would try to get that privilege. Satan, so there's a lot of satanically influenced people that are claiming to be Christians, like all these mean psychotic people that you've met that have tortured you and stuff. Those weren't Christians. Those were demonized people. And maybe on their deathbed they regretted what they did, or maybe they didn't. I mean, there's a lot of just psychotic, malignant narcissists out there, and you know, because we're in a fallen world. So, anyways, I want to keep this a little bit brief. Thanks for watching. God bless.